Yeah, as we discussed yesterday, we stopped at the distance between the points, and eventually we can see that we have the second example E that we are solving. We have the point A which contains 2A, 3A, and the point B which contains 5A, 7A. We have to determine the distance between these 2 points. As you can see from here, this is the value of x1, this is the value of y1. Why this place is x2 and this place here is what? y2. The distance between the 2 points is given as the square root of x2 minus x1 raised to power 2 plus y2 minus y1 raised to power 2. So if we check this very well, our x1 is given and x2 is given. If I substitute all the parameters, I'm going to have x2 is equal to what? This is 5a minus x1 is what? This is 2a raised to power 2 plus your y2 is 7a minus 3 what? a raised to power 2. We simplify for that. The distance between the point will be equal to the square root of 5a minus 3a. 2a will give us 3a raised to power 2 plus 7a minus 3a will give you what? This is 4a raised to power 2. On simplification, this will be equal to the square root of this one is what? 9a square plus 16a square. So 9a square plus 16a square will give you what? The square root of 25a square. And the root of 25a square will give us 5a, which means that the distance between these points is 5a in units, where this a is arbitrarily chosen. So it's a constant, so we are not giving, as you can see, the answer depends on the values of a. So the distance between the point A and point B is equal to 5a. So I can still go for example B. For my extension, before I go to another one, which is distance, division of a line using ratio m to n. So let me solve the question B2. We have the point A, which is minus 1, 2, and the point B is equal to minus 3, minus 5. So that also includes negative. So for more understanding. So if I will go for question B, I have the coordinate of the position B to be the point A. But I want to solve question B. So we have the point A to be minus 1, 2, and the second point B is equal to minus 3, minus 5. So for me to determine the distance between the point A and the point B in these coordinates, I will say this place here is x1, while this one is y1. This one is x2, while this one is what? y2. The distance between the point is given as the square root of x2 minus x1 raised to power 2 plus y2 minus y1 raised to power 2. We simplify for that. The square root of x2 is equal to what here? Minus 3 minus x1 is equal to what? Minus 1 square plus y2 is equal to what? Minus 5 minus y1 is equal to what? That is 2 raised to power 2. On simplification, the distance will be equivalent to what? We're having minus 3. Minus times minus is plus 1 raised to power 2 plus minus 5 minus 2 will give you what? Minus 7 raised to power 2. On simplification, we have the square root of minus 3 plus 1 minus 2 raised to power what? Raised to power 2 plus minus 7 raised to power 2. So minus 2 square will give you what? This is 4 plus minus 7 square will give you 40 what? 49. That is minus times minus is plus, and 7 times 7 goes to 49. So by times 4 plus 49, you observe that your answer will be 53. So you can say our distance between these 2 points is equal to the square root of 53, and it is in what? In units. So this is the answer for question B. So at the end of this, you can go for question C and the question D by yourself for more understanding. So you simplify it. The fact that you have understand the example here, the example B, and example E. Use the same knowledge to solve the remaining one. So one of the next thing we are going to do to determine is division of a line using ratio m to n. So how do you divide the line using ratio m to n? So if I say division of a line using ratio m to n, that's another subheading. So under it, so if we say division of a line using ratio m to n. So if I want to find the division of a line using ratio m to n, so the coordinate of division of a line, the coordinate of division of a line using ratio m to n is given as nx1 plus ms2 upon m plus n, ny1 plus plus my2 upon m plus n. So this is the formula for division of a line using ratio m to n. Now to divide a line using the ratio m to n, the coordinate of the line is x1, y1, and the coordinate of the second point is x2, y2. So if you have to find the division of a line using the ratio m to n, the formula is ns1 plus ms2 over n plus n, the y coordinate is ny1 plus my2 upon m plus n. As you can see on the board, we may be interested in deducing this formula, but the fact is that plenty of times you come to meet us at Lankotheory, be able to see how you can work with this and how you will obtain the expressions. But the fact is that there is no more time for me to be explaining how to generate this. But if you want to know more about this, just join us at Lankotheory Educational Limited. So one of the first things we did is what? How to testify this with examples. So we are not interested in the proving of it. If you are interested in the proving, check us at Lankotheory. Now, for me to go to the example, the first thing you do here is we have this, we have in the formula, the coordinates must be known. So for the coordinate of x is nx1 plus ms2 over m plus n, and the coordinate of y is my1 plus my2 upon m plus n. For more understanding of this, check us at Lankotheory to get the provings. You want to know more about it, but the fact is that the one that is more interesting for you in your exams, you'll be able to deduce. We deduce it here too, and at least you'll be able to approach one or two questions. Suppose we have to give an example. Let me say I shall find the division of a line. Find the division of a line using 2 raised to 3. The line is, the point A is 2, 4, and B is 4, 3. We check this very well, we put solution direct. We are given the division of a line. We want to divide the line A, which is 2, 4, and the line B, which contains 4, 3. There's a line between and B, but we want to divide it using the ratio 2 raised to 3. So 2 raised to 3 simply means m raised to n. So the value of m will be 2 and the value of n will be 3. And this is the coordinate where you can obtain your x1 and y1 and x2 and what? y2. Therefore, you will find the coordinate of division of a line. The formula is already what? Written on the board. ns1 plus ms2 over m plus n, ny1 plus my2 over m plus n. So what I have to do here is what? I want to solve this question. The ratio is 2 raised to 3. That is m raised to n. M raised to n equal to 2 raised to 3. We simply indicate that the value of m will be 2 and the value of n will be what? Will be 3. So from this problem, we are given the point A. The point A is 2, 4, and the point B is equal to what? 4, 3, which indicates that this is our x1 and this is our y1. This is your x2 and this is your what? y2. So for you to find the coordinate of the division of a line, and go down and use this formula. The formula said the coordinate of s is ns1 plus ms2 divided by n plus n, as written on the board. So if I want to find the coordinate of s for the division of a line, I will use the formula nx1 plus ms2 divided by m plus n. If I did that, I will say s is equal to, what's our n? Our n is equal to what here? 3 multiplied by the value of x1. s1 is what? Is 2 plus m is what? That is 2 multiplied by s2 is equal to what? That is equal to 4. Everything divided by m plus n. That is 2 plus what? 2 plus 3. Through substitutions. So s is equal to 3 times 2, 6. 2 times 4, 8. 2 plus 3 is what? 5. 6 plus 8 is equal to what? 14 upon 5. So you can see the coordinate of s as determined as 14 upon 5. And we go down to determine the coordinate of y, which can also be written as ny1 plus my2 upon m plus n. So if you look at this very well, one of the first things you do in this problem is that y equal to, our n is equivalent to what? This is 3 multiplied by y1. The value of y1 is equal to what here? 4 plus the value of m is equal to what here? 2 multiplied by y2. The value of y2 is what? Is 3. Everything divided by m plus n. 2 plus what? 2 plus 3. So the value of y will be equal to 3 times 4, 12. 2 times 3, 6. 3 plus 2 is what? 5. 12 plus 6 will give you 18 upon what? Upon 5. So I can say therefore the coordinates of division of a line, coordinate of division of a line is the first coordinate of x is what? 14.5, comma, the coordinate of y is what? 18.5. So this is the coordinate of division of a line. So you can justify more example by picking the 2 points and change the values of the ratio. Or you go down to Henter's book to do more examples. But if you are interested to know more about this, just join us at Lankotheory Educational Service Limited. So always like our page, and drop your question and drop your contacts for more understanding of this. So we are going down to another one, which is midpoints of a line. How do you determine the midpoint of a line? We have two lines and we want to determine the midpoints. The midpoint of a line, just like it corresponding to the division of a line. But if you say midpoint of a line, just like you want to divide the two lines in the same ratio. Suppose your m and n are the same. That is what they call the midpoint of a line. So the midpoint of a line is you want to determine, you understand, the division of a line in the same what? The same ratio. So let me go for midpoint of a line. So midpoint of a line, as you can see, you want to go for midpoint of a line. So how do you determine this? The coordinate of midpoint of a line. The coordinate of midpoint of a line is given as x1 plus s2 upon 2, comma, y1 plus y2 upon 2. So this is the coordinate of division of a line. So if you want to divide a line into two equal parts, the coordinate will be determined by using x1 plus s2 upon 2 and y1 plus y2 upon 2. By mere looking, without even going to proving down, we observe that if this is point A, which is s1, y1, and this is another point B, which is s2, y2. So if you are looking for the what? The midpoint, you will have know what's supposed to have is, this is the what? The coordinate of s, the coordinate of s. To know the midpoint of them, we say x1 plus s2 upon 2 to know the midpoint, and the other one is y1 plus y2 upon what? Upon 2. So the coordinate of this place is x1 plus s2 upon 2, comma, y1 plus y2 upon 2. And if you want to generate the formula, you can generate it without even use by mere looking, because this is just taking an observation that you observe that the midpoint, just like want to divide the two lines into two equal, like this one will be on this one and this one will be on this one. But without going to that, you can still do something reasonable to prove this formula. Let's say if I want to prove that, I'll say proof to show that the coordinate of the what? To show that the coordinates of the midpoint, to show that s is equal to x1 plus s2 upon 2 and y equal to y1 plus y2 upon what? Upon 2. For me to do this, I will recall from the division of a line using it to m to n, and that condition is s is equal to ns1 plus ms2 over n plus m, and the coordinate of y is what? ny1 plus my2 upon n plus n. So the coordinate of s is equal to, what's our n? The value of n is known, and the value of n is given to be equal to what? M, because we want to divide them into two equal parts. So at that point I can see m equal to what? N, because we are dividing them to two equal parts. That's why we call it midpoint. So it means that the ratio of their division is the same. So s will be equal to ns1. If I change m to n, I will have ns2 upon n plus n. And that is equal to n is common numerator. This remains x1 plus s2 upon n plus n will give you 2n. So n will cancel. It implies that s is equal to what? x1 plus s2 upon 2. This is the coordinate of x. If you do the same thing for y, setting your m to be equal to n, we still obtain that the coordinate of y is y1 plus y2 upon 2. We shall continue from here tomorrow. Always drop your question, drop your contacts, or you should join us at Lankotheory Educational Service Limited.